Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, September 27th, the most wonderful time of the year. It is the horror marathon, and no, you aren't seeing things. I am wearing makeup. I do wear makeup occasionally, I just keep forgetting to put it on for a video. But now that we're in fall, and we have had rain, but I'm still wearing shorts when I'm going out, so that tells you something. So we are doing the horror marathon. This is everything I have watched from September 22nd to now, or last night. 31 films, and for some reason I thought I was 5 films lower than last year. I was actually only 2. But the first time viewings, I didn't do a good job on the first week. I did get 4 watched. Ironically, ones that I own, not ones on streaming or renting. But like yesterday, I did not... Wednesday night, I did not sleep well. I woke up at 5:30 in the morning after going to bed at 1 and was up the rest of the night, and I was like, I can't watch any first-time viewings. I won't be able to pay attention. But like today was a beautiful day, so my dad and I decided to go out a couple of times to enjoy it. So, but that's not why you're here. You're here to see what I've watched for the horror marathon. Like I said, 31 movies watched. I'll just shut up and start showing you what I've watched. So again, starting off the marathon with a movie from the year I was born, 1980, and I've stated a couple of times, I want to go to the obscure ones, not the ones like The Shining, Friday 13th, or The Changeling. I want to go to the other ones. So this year I picked Without Warning. This was 7 years before Predator, same concept, and ironically, who plays the alien? But Kevin Peter Hall. And then this I started right at midnight. And then the next movie, before I went to sleep, I watched the original Nosferatu. For number 3, I finally have this on DVD. I know Umbrella Entertainment, which I think is from Australia, they came out with the series on Blu-ray, and I wanted to, but I couldn't do it. Mostly because I have a feeling pretty soon down the road they'll announce it here. For number 3, I got Hell House LLC, the director's cut. For number 4, I watched Jaws, which is my 9th favorite film of all time. Number 5, I went back to 1980 with Terror Train. And I did get 2 first-time viewings watched this night. This I only got last week, and I was so looking forward to it, and I kind of found it disappointing. Number 6, The Boogans. I think it was because, not necessarily because it was a slow burn horror, in my opinion, but when you wait an hour for something to happen, that's pushing it. Because it's only like an hour and a half, an hour and 35 minutes long, and it took almost till 20 minutes before the movie ended for the Boogans to show up, which I liked the weird-ass look of them, but I'm not going to get rid of this just yet. I might give it another chance and see if my rating will change. And number 7, also a first-time viewing, and it was okay. I was actually expecting more. I think more gore-wise, considering the director is Lucio Fulci, and I watched The Black Cat, because this and The Boogans were showcased on, I believe, In Search of Darkness 2, and this was good. Like, I gave it a 7 out of 10, but I think I was expecting a little more, considering the director's name, but I enjoyed it, so it's a keeper. Oh, I knew I was going to forget that set, because I still have it over here. And then I ended that night, number 8, and this time with the Spanish version of Dracula. And I'll still hold this up for the first film for September 23rd was the Bela Lugosi Dracula. Keep that there because I got another one going. Then number 10, I watched The Last Shark, or Great White. This was showcased in a documentary called Sharksploitation, where it is a blatant ripoff of Jaws 1 and 2, but you know what? I enjoy the hell out of it. Number 11 I watched The Blair Witch Project. Number 12, this is, I don't know if I shown this in my last DVD Blu-ray update, but I got 8213 Gacy House. This is an Asylum movie, and a Asylum film, and it's one of the few I actually like. This and the 100 Ghost Street, The Return of Richard Speck are really the only ones I like. And then I ended that night with the original Night of the Living Dead. And then for September 24th, I started off the day with Trilogy of Terror, the first anthology. I haven't watched anything else, any other anthology since. Now back to the Universal set. For number 15, I watched Creature from the Black Lagoon. Number 16, like I said, and you guys know this, I will watch kid-friendly horror or scary movies. I don't feel wrong calling them horror because they're not really scary, but the kid-friendly stuff I will watch. And of course, I went to Garfield's Halloween Adventure. Number 17, because my dad works the graveyard shift. He leaves at 2:45, and he isn't home till 2 in the morning, so I commandeer our 65-inch flat screen out in the living room to watch a couple of horror films. Now, usually I wait till October, but I stated this year I was going to do something different. I did not want to wait for October for the Halloween-themed horror, like Trick or Treat, Tales of Halloween. The only one I'm going to hold off is The Fog, because I find that the perfect October movie. Night of the Demons, and all the other like October, fall, Halloween-centric films. So, and I'd been itching to watch this for the past week, and I was like, I'm watching this now, I'm not watching this in October. Number 17, John Carpenter's Halloween. And then, first time viewing, this one was showcased in Search of Darkness 3, and I looked forward to it. It was okay. I always like Michael Caine, no matter what movie he's in. It's called The Hand. It's a weird-ass movie, but I did enjoy it for what it was. I think I was expecting a little bit more. I am not the biggest Oliver Stone fan. I've stated that. I've never stated that, actually. It's somebody else who I've never been a fan of. But it was okay. I think the only other... correct me if I'm wrong. I've got too many movies on my head. But didn't Oliver Stone direct Natural Born Killers? If he did, that's the one I liked. But, excuse me. I did like this, so I am keeping it. Flip the page over. And, number 19, I went to another Halloween-centric horror film. I bought this earlier this year. It was expensive. It was $29.99 used, but I was like, I don't care. Because it's an awesome movie. Trick or Treat with Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons. And then those are the three I watched out in the living room, and then I was just like, I think I'm gonna go chill in my room for a while. This was the last first time viewing for this week. I watched To the Devil a Daughter, which I heard a lot of bad things about this movie, that it basically ruined Hammer, yada yada yada. I liked it. Like, I know Christopher Lee right there. I know he didn't like this film at all. He didn't even mention it in his autobiography or whatever. But I was like, sorry guys, I actually liked it. There's only one scene I had issues with, and I found this out after the fact. Because we have, like, Christopher Lee, and there's Natasha Kinski, Richard Widmark, and Honor Blackman, and Dellum Elliott, who was Brody in Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones Last Crusade. There is a scene in here where she is completely naked. And before you guys go, yay, she was 14 when she did that scene. So I found that out afterwards, and I was like, oh, gross. Because I thought she was 18 when she did this movie, but no, she was 13 or 14 when she did that scene. So it's just like all kinds of wrong. But overall, I did like, aside from that scene, which I could have done without, especially with her age, I did like this movie. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10, which is the highest rating. It's fun. It's campy. Christopher Lee as a kind of Satanist character is kind of weird, but it's also enjoyable at the same time because he does good and bad very well. I I really can't recall a good guy character he played right now. There's Dracula, there's my all-time favorite character he played, which is Scaramanga from The Man with the Golden Gun. Not the best Bond movie, but he was a excellent villain. But yeah, I would say check this out. Just be warned about that scene. It is kind of uncomfortable when you see, especially when you know how old Natasha Kinski was in that moment. So I'm just ranting a lot in this video, aren't I? So, and I ended that night, had to go to a classic, House on Haunted Hill. And all the ones I watched yesterday, they were all rewatches because I wanted to get at least 3 or 4 first-time viewings yesterday. But because I was surviving on 4 hours sleep, I know my mind would not pay attention to new stuff. Wait a minute. Okay, no, I lied. And I screwed up. No, I didn't screw up. This is the 25th. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long day. So no, for September 25th, I don't know why I thought it was yesterday. I watched Frankenstein. And is that it from the set? Yes, it is. And number 23, I watched on Shudder, which is Hell House LLC 2, The Abaddon Hotel, which is my least favorite. Sorry about the noise outside. It's my least favorite of the series, but I give it a 7 out of 10. So, number 24, probably one of the best Canadian horror films in quite a long time. Even though this came out in 2008, I haven't seen one since. I recommend it to anybody who loves zombie movies because it is a unique way how people are turned into zombies, and it's called Pontypool. And then I ended that night with Host, which I really like. Okay, now this is yesterday's pile. So number 26, I watched Jaws 2. Number 27, even though I watched this on the date, I had to watch it again. Friday the 13th. Then number 28, I watched on Shudder, Hell House LLC 3, Like a Fire, which I like, and nobody else seems to. I don't know why. And at that point, my dad had already left to go to work. The day before, I worked, so I couldn't do it. I watched Hell House. Then I watched Phantasm, which ironically I watched on Halloween of last year. Then I watched Halloween 2, which is my favorite sequel out of the bunch. And then I ended this at 10, and I was so tired. I didn't do anything for 2 hours. I just laid in my chair and chilled and watched YouTube and then said, fuck it, I'm going to bed. And I ended that night with The Thing from Another World. And the funny thing is I went to bed a little after midnight, like 5 minutes after midnight. And I woke up once to go to the bathroom at 3. Conked out and never woke up till almost quarter to noon. That's how tired I was yesterday. So that is it for week 1 of the marathon. Sorry about all the rambling and stuff. Yeah. So hopefully next week I'll do a little bit better on the first time viewings. The main one I want to get done this marathon, Near Fucking Dark. I've been saying that for so many years and I never get to it, but I've done it. I'm gonna watch that. I'm determined to watch that fucking movie. So yeah, guys, tell me what you think of these titles, which ones you like, which ones you're not really a fan of, and what did you think of my 4 first-time viewings? Like I said, aside from that scene in The One, To the Devil, a Daughter is my favorite so far this marathon. Just without that scene, if she was 18, I would have been okay, but since she was 14, it's just like, ew. I'm still gonna keep the movie because I like the movie. So I will be doing another video because, like I said in my last DVD Blu-ray update, I wanted to do something different. And I can't remember who suggested my favorite vampire films, but I'll do that one. And I think I might also see, to do my favorite horror films, that's boring because, for one, that list has not changed in at least 10 years. Number 1 has not changed in over over 32 years, which is Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. But that is kind of more, I'll do sequels because that list would be kind of interesting. So I don't want to ramble too much, guys. But I will say this is the final year for my little book because I'm almost out of it. I've only got a few pages left, so once this marathon's done, this gets put away. And also, if you're following me on Instagram, Facebook, it is the final year for this candle. This candle I have had since 2002. It's finally, even with batteries being changed, like this thing broke off. We had to super glue it together, but now it's just starting to not work that much anymore. So this is gone. Oh, everything's gone. Okay, I've rambled enough. So this is what happens when you sleep for 11 hours. You're like, ugh. Okay, guys, that is it. I hope you all have a great night and great weekend. Watch a shitload of movies. And of course, as always, like, comment, please subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye, guys.